Hello!
Hello.
And Happy New Year. Just a few short days ago, we're back from our winter break with episode 34 of Cult Busters.
Busting up all them cults.
The last time you all were together, you headed back down into the underground of Rustport, looking for particular items and things of that nature, and information, and due to an unfortunate set of circumstances, trying to bluff the bluffers, so to speak, Dietrich kind of got harangued into working for the Brotherhood here in the city. You guys were sitting down in the tavern discussing it when we left off. What do you all want to do?
Do we have any time restrictions or deadlines on the work they wanted us to do?
Other than
we're not allowed to leave the city,
Yeah.
apparently.
whenever the poker game is, you would imagine.
So, would my understanding be correct that, like, they're gonna get me into the poker game and I don't, like, do I need to do anything to make that happen? Or is it just, it's just set, they're gonna tell me when and where to be?
Yes.
Okay. So we've just got some free time until they come get us.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Cool.
Any interesting people walk in?
Describe interesting.
Like they don't want to be seen?
Let's say no.
What time of day is it?
It should be mid to late afternoon now. Early evening.
Did we see any fun shops on the way in that might have magic items, armor, weapons, things like that?
Yes.
I did actually find a magic shop on the way in. That was the one, his name was Olin,
Yes.
the goblin guy.
Mm-hmm.
I found that when I was out on my own. I can show you where that is, especially since I imagine we'll need some preparation for all of the shenanigans we're getting ourselves into.
I like shenanigans.
Let's go. I need some armor anyway.
Well, if everyone's ready to go, I can show everyone the way back to it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Shit.
I'm gonna follow Fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come along.
Cool.
Might as well tag along.
Alrighty. Stories.
Alcohol here is disgusting.
Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't take you too long to find it again. Same shop, same Olin running the place. Scrolls, magic reagents line the walls. All a little dusty and disheveled.
I'm gonna talk to the goblin shopkeeper, I guess.
Alrighty.
Take a look around, see what he's got as well.
Not too much in the way of magic items. This is more a magic shop.
Still want to take a look around.
Material components and things.
Would he happen to have a gilded flower?
Is there a specific monetary value on it?
300 gold pieces.
No. Not at the moment.
Let's see. Actually, does he have parchment and ink for scribing scrolls?
Yes.
That goes by level of spell, right?
Yes. It does.
And he also had some magic scrolls that I'd asked about last time that were I'm interested in still too, right? He had Faithful Hound, Earthquake, Ray of Sickness, Circle of Death, Summon Elemental, and Planar Binding.
That all sounds correct, yeah.
Okay.
Does he have any diamonds?
A few.
I'm gonna buy them.
Okay.
How many is a few?
He has two diamonds, roughly sized enough to probably be worth about 300 gold apiece.
I'm just gonna buy them both.
Of course, thank you.
Thank you. Let me know if you have like a gilded flower come in anytime soon. I need one. Very bad.
Absolutely.
And we'll be here
Is-
for a little bit.
Is there a gilded skull worth 300?
No, I will say, as you guys are looking through the material components, the most expensive thing he has in terms of, like, specifically components is a few silver bars that have been ornately carved that are probably worth about 100 gold each.
Okay.
Beyond, like, the diamonds and, like, some rubies and things.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, where did it go? Does he have just plain powdered crystal?
He has 8 gold's worth.
1 gold's worth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I really want that Circle of Death scroll. Let's see. May I get like 800 gold's worth of scroll scribing supplies, and I'll figure out how I want to allocate that during my downtime coming up.
Sure.
And
Between the 50 gold ink vials and the...
yeah.
Huh.
And I'll get the 1 gold's worth of powdered crystal as well. So 801.
Okay.
Is there Powdered silver. I know you said there were silver bars, but powder form.
Where the heck did it go? I lost this storm. I lost this shop page. Give me a second. There it is. Are you looking for a specific amount, or do you just need any?
So it's 25 gold, which the spell consumes.
Okay.
It's not a spell that I imagine I'll be casting very often, but I'd spend like $100 to get a few.
Okay. He has 20. He has a 25 gold bag of powdered silver.
Just one.
Just one.
I'll buy it for
Okay.
25.
All right. Of course, of course. Sorry, I don't have much. It's not really common.
Oh, nothing about this place has been very common so far.
It's not common to have casters, so I don't really carry a lot of more specific material components.
Does he have phosphorus?
No, not at the moment.
I'm good, Ben.
Any interest in the spell scrolls, or is that more fleeting curiosity?
I'm interested, but I think it might be for another day.
Of course.
I'll keep you in mind.
I
You
appreciate
need help to get a
that.
scroll? How much is a scroll?
It depends on which scroll.
Fair, we can share. What scroll are you looking for?
No, you can't, but besides the point.
I thought we could.
Well,
Once
one
it-
of us could take it and copy the spell, and the
Yeah.
other one can copy the spell from the first one.
From the first book, yeah. But yeah. The scroll is one use only. Just
But it's not hard for us to both. If we get the scroll once, we can
correct.
both have
Mm.
the spell. Well, I'm interested in the Circle of Death, being able to cast such magic on my own without the aid of that Orb of Necromancy would be
Well, that sounds like fun.
quite
What's that
handy.
cost?
It was 1,600 unless our friend is willing to give a discount since I've brought so much business by his store. Told you I had friends. Here they are.
1350.
1350.
That's what does that spell do?
I'll
It
chip in
kills
for that.
it kills things.
It
Ooh.
it kills a lot of things quite effectively. Do you remember when we were fighting the ship and handfuls of them were just dead?
Yeah.
Was that sort of effect?
Ooh.
I'll
Yeah.
chip in for that as well. I do feel bad about getting us all put on house arrest.
Yeah. Let's get it.
All right.
I can't believe you did that, Dietrich.
It was a risk, to be sure.
Did it seem like a good idea at the time?
It was a calculated risk, but damn, you're bad at math.
Look, to be honest with you, it still seems like a good idea. It got us where we want to be. The not being able to leave the city part is unfortunate, but it got us into the room with the powerful people we've been wanting to get into a room with.
It got you into that room.
Yeah. Can get all of us in. Or did you?
Above game, I'm not clear on whether everyone else is invited.
Above game, it sounds like you. It sounded like you and possibly 2 members from the Brotherhood is like security / entourage. That is true. It always seems like a good idea at the time, though.
Yeah, I'll throw a third in for that spell.
I can throw some in as well. Don't forget, Farzu, you'll need ink as well for copying.
Oh yeah.
Fair summons their calligraphy pen and like twirls it between their fingers. I don't have that problem.
Hmm. How can I get one of those?
Lots of careful study.
Oh.
All right, so a third of 1350 is 450, so I will chip that in.
All right. I
So
will
And
we each
that-
do
so.
450?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that
I
leaves
didn't know
me with 1,337 gold pieces.
Nice.
Lead even.
Shall I take the scroll since all that takes me the shortest time to copy it, or do you want to take it first, Farzu, and I'll copy from you later since it won't take as long?
You can go first. I'll copy it later.
All right.
I guess I'll get some ink. Does he have magical ink so I can transfer into mine?
He does.
How much is it per level again? How much ink per spell level? Because this is a 6th level spell.
So that will take Farzu 12 hours and 300 gold worth of ink.
And he won't even be able to cast it for like 6 more levels.
6 more?
You're a 5th level wizard, correct?
Yeah.
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 6th level spell, 11th level wizard to cast that.
Oh. Wait.
Yeah, I need to go.
Fair can cast it next level. But
I'll still get like, I guess, 500 gold worth of ink.
Okay.
If you'd like to copy any of my other spells, I could loan you my book briefly.
Yeah. Quite possible.
Yeah, because a multi-class table, no matter what level 11.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like to be able to like you'll have a 6th level spell slot sooner rather than later. But it doesn't mean you can cast 6th level spells unless you have that many levels in that class.
Yeah. So that's why
Even if you
yeah.
Yeah, like even if you buy them and copy them into your spell book, like you can't prepare that until you have 11 levels of wizard.
It's just ink, right?
Yeah, it's magical ink.
Okay.
If you need anything else while you're in town, let me know.
Certainly. Thank you for all your help.
Of course. Good luck with that word. Whatever you're doing in town.
Are there any good armor shops around here or weapons?
Several.
Which do you recommend?
Oh, bother.
Who are you friends with that we should go pay a visit to for being so nice?
In all honesty, I'm not friends with anyone. They don't like me. I'm sure I have people recommend me. But I would simply put it in this kind of tone of voice. Avoid the shops owned by the Brotherhood.
I take it they're going to charge us an arm and a leg for anything.
Unless you were in it, yes.
And
Is there an
what's
easy
the
way to?
easy
Oh, go ahead.
and what's the easy way to tell them apart?
Typically the stores will have the insignia of the Brotherhood somewhere. The flag with colors on it in the window.
Easy enough. Now, Fair, you were going to ask a question, so
Same thing, actually. Great minds and all that.
we think alike, don't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Some of the more upper level shops do not have the same deterministic view on the Brotherhood that the people down here do, so that may be your best bet.
But the better stuff seems to be down here below.
Correct. So it's a mixed bag. For lack of a better word.
Well, there was the shifter upstairs that we spoke to before. I forget if you'd already checked out all of his inventory or if he's gotten anything new in the last 2 days since we've been there. Or if you want to try to find a new shop.
Oh, I made a big purchase there just a couple days ago. The last time we were there, I don't really feel the need to acquire much else right now. But
Well, Emrys was asking.
If you can be more specific, I may be able to point you in a better direction.
Armor, but I can only wear scale mail, so it's hard to find.
Yes, I don't know anybody who actually
And
has any
it-
right
it-
now in the underground.
It can't be metal scale either.
Well, it's even harder to find.
I know. It's been an adventure trying to find some.
I don't know how much it's going to set you back, but it is entirely possible that Loyal has some scale mail.
But let's
Where
go
might
see.
we find this person's shop?
Upstairs on the first level, down one of the back alleys behind the bar. I believe their shop is called The Vagrant.
Well, shall we check it out?
Armor doesn't do me any good, so
Yeah, I'll
Let's check
Fine.
it out.
While we're headed
Yeah.
back to the surface anyway.
yeah, fine with me. We're heading in that direction.
Allen, was it? Thank you for your help.
Of course. If there's anything else I can do to be of assistance while you all are in town, let me know.
Do you know anyone that can make this better? And I'll point to the tattoo.
I know several magical tattooers that live in town that could possibly improve it. Unfortunately, you're also going to have to join the Brotherhood and spend a few years before they'll do your tattoos.
Well, that's not nice. Okay.
Sorry.
Uh,
Was it it, or did you have another question?
That was it for me.
Excellent.
Ready to
Thank
head out.
you. Thank you for your patronage. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You as well. Head up and look for the other shop. What was the name again? The Vagrant.
The Vagrant
And the owner
hunting.
was.
Loyal. 3 L's. Oyal.
Alright, go look for that one.
The directions weren't the clearest, but somewhat made sense. And behind one of the bars, down the alley behind it, there is a door perfectly sized for Farzu with a sign on it that says The Vagrant. It has like a little armor and sword on the sign as well.
so I can get in, but they can't.
They can get in, but they have to like crouch inside.
Ooh, this actually makes Farzu very. I don't know, not really giddy, but
And I don't know how to else to describe the store that basically is in between two walls of existing buildings that has kind of been shenanigan in here by this person other than Yoda's hut but with magical items on the wall.
nice.
Like there's an existing building up here and there's two existing buildings and they just kind of like taken the space and hollowed it out and turned it into a shop. You hear like this one tiny like flap of wings as this fairy kind of comes from behind the curtain and kind of pokes their head out. Hi.
No.
I'm not used to the customers. What brings you into my secret shop?
Well, you may not be used to customers, but we're used to buying shit.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Good to know.
So what do you have that's special around here?
Everything, really.
I'm gonna start looking around then. Just pondering.
Make an investigation check.
Oh
Once
gosh,
we're
it's been
inside,
so
is the
long.
ceiling fairly normal height?
In some places, yes.
Okay. Like stuff hanging from the ceiling, or the
Basic-
ceiling is low?
Basically down the middle, it's a normal ceiling.
Oh, okay. But it like slopes on either side?
Yeah. Exactly like kind of like Yoda's hut, where Luke can stand up in the middle of it, but nowhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, guidance. Thank you so much.
Should we roll a d4 to see how many times we bonk our head?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
What'd you get?
$17.
Nice. There's a lot of mundane materials here and spell components, which you kind of weren't expecting, but there's also a lot of interesting other things here. There is a sword that seems to be made of like this cracked stone. There's a like warhammer that has like what appear to be like little tiny like furnaces on each side of it.
I'm just giving him intrigued looks as I see this stuff. I'm like,
Um, there's all sorts of weapons and other things that look intriguing, like you've never seen before, like an axe that kind of has, it looks like the the handle on this great axe kind of was a tree that grew up around the blade, the axe head. It's interesting.
how did you collect all of these things?
I'm a fairy, it's what I do.
I like them.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
I don't know, Dietrich. Are you looking at a sword, maybe?
No, I'm pretty good in the sword department.
I think this hammer shoots fire.
It sounds like fun.
It does.
No. It's so you can use it as a thrown weapon, even though it's a great hammer, even though it's a war hammer.
Mm.
I think the dwarves are calling them rockets.
Oh, I don't have
So
a use for that.
it's above game. It's a dwarven hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool item. Not one that Dietrich has any use for.
It's
But
interesting, though.
for sure.
I'm actually looking for scale mail. Maybe not of metal.
Oh, I have multiple flavors of that.
Oh, let's look.
And he'll clap his hands like twice, and one of the walls will change from weapons to all sorts of different types of armors. And also like a new variety of in between where the armor won't fit, a new variety of like material components appear. So like immediately what jumps out at you is like a steel mirror and like silver bells on the wall and stuff like that. There's some armor that has like a bluish tint to it, some that has a greenish tint to it. And then right in the middle, 3 sets of dragon scale mail. In
I'm
red,
gonna go look
blue,
at.
and white.
I'm gonna go look at the scale mail. But first, how much are these?
The dragon scale mail?
Yes.
Well, because you have to kill a dragon to make them, they're very rare. So I could not let that walk out of my shop for less than 3,000 gold.
How much to let us carry it out of your shop?
3,000 gold.
It's just a
I
price
see
that's
what you
too
did
much for
there.
me. It's just too expensive.
It's a great product. Unfortunately, you usually have to pay off somebody's family because they didn't come home after they make it.
What if we made a deal and I returned you some dragon scales eventually?
Well, I don't make it, so go make that with the person who made the armor.
Dietrich, where's our friend who stole this moon sickle for me?
In the
We
wind,
need
it
him
seems.
right now. I don't know if he could steal from a fairy. I don't want him to, but
Oh, perhaps there's an alternative deal to be made. Let me look around at what else he's got.
Um,
Oh, so
Do you need help,
I'm just looking
Empress?
around. I'm looking around for
I can help
any
you out. It's so squishy.
like any kind of like breastplate I can see that is good, but not as good as what I currently have. To see if maybe like if I trade mine for that, he would give us a credit
okay. He
potentially.
does have a couple of breastplates on the armor wall now. Make an investigation check on the armor.
I'll give myself guidance. 15.
Okay. In an unfortunate set of circumstances, he seems to have a similar set of armor to yours in a Mizium breastplate as well as a +2 breastplate.
So not anything
And not anything that is worth.
that's
Yeah.
less than what I have.
Yeah.
Hmm. That was the thought.
How short are you there, Emrys?
oh, I'm quite short.
Oh,
Like 2,000 gold short. It's okay
I
though.
only got 11 left.
Yeah, it's okay, Farzu. No one's as short as you.
Well,
Look, at least he can outdrink you.
Look,
there's that.
it's a good joke.
Or maybe he can't outdrink you and we just haven't seen you try to keep up with Farzu.
Have we actually tested this yet? I don't think so.
I think
Might
we
be fun to
should.
try. Oh, I think we all should.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Emrys, like I've never attempted to keep up with Farzu. I don't think it's because I can't. It's because I'm, well, not an idiot.
Wait, are you calling me an idiot?
When you drink, yes.
Look, I'm
Yeah.
smart enough to know when to stop.
Look, that checks out.
And look, I am Exhibit A for the fact that knowing when to stop has very little to do with intelligence. If it did, I would not know when to stop. Luckily,
I'm gonna walk over to the fairy shopkeeper and like ask him if there is anything we can do job wise to help him to let one of those walk out of the shop with us. Not try to convince him, but actually ask nicely.
I typically keep to myself. I don't have much trouble here. I do appreciate the offer. I see what you're getting at. But at the moment, no.
It's fair. It's just no, that's fair. Actually, I'm sorry.
What?
I
That,
believe
that's
that's fair.
that's understandable. It's just I don't know when I'll come across another set, and
Oh,
it's
you
the only
get the money,
thing
come back
here.
here.
We'll be back with more money.
I don't doubt it.
Well, that's if you win.
I will say, while you were looking at the breastplates, you do spot that he does have a couple reagent bags measured out of silver as well on the wall. If you
There's
need
not
more.
like a gilded skull or a gilded flower or anything like that.
Let me pull the page back up because I do not remember. It's a gilded skull?
Yeah, it's not urgent. It's a component for a spell that I'm gonna get. Like, I'm probably not even gonna get until like this summer above game.
Okay.
But like while we're here, I might as well. And also Dietrich would definitely be fascinated by it and think it looked cool, even if he doesn't know what to use it for yet.
Fair has a skull.
We all do.
No, he has a
Can we
spare.
duel it?
They have a spare. They took it from the temple in Karuri.
Well,
That's right.
perhaps we can gild it.
It's possible. I was gonna say the closest thing he has is knucklebone dice. These metal
Yeah,
plated
no.
knucklebone dice. As well as some gem powder too.
Good to know.
Oh, does he have powdered crystal?
Yes,
How much?
he has a kind of, for lack of a better word, like a fantasy lock and load container. So how much are you looking for? No. Did the cat step on the power cord?
Oh,
You back?
I think so. I think my antivirus has decided to brick my computer.
Oh,
'Cause
that's
it does
always
that
Oh.
sometimes.
that's always great.
It's always like, hey, now is a perfect time to run at 9 p.m. on a weekday when you have like 30 windows open. Like, really?
Yeah, but he kind of has like a, for lack of a better word, like a fantasy Tupperware container full of crystal powder. So it's kind of like, how much do you need?
Uh, I mean, I
But
got
two keys,
maybe
two keys of crystal.
9 gold pieces worth.
Okay, easy enough to measure out.
Hang on, let me just kill this process. You have lost your privileges. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Sorry. All right, he's got 9 gold pieces worth.
Yeah,
All right, I shall purchase.
he has up to 100 gold's worth if you want to just go for broke. But
Oh, well, can I get the whole Tupperware with it?
yeah,
Well, heck, we'll do that.
100 gold. Okay.
Cool. So I have 101 gold now worth of stuff.
One for every Dalmatian.
That's all gonna be a really good. That's gonna be a really good weekend. That's a hell of a bender.
Man,
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, no. Ignore what we're saying.
but if I don't do drugs, I won't live.
Shit.
Eat your school and stand vegetables, kids.
do what your parents say, unless your parents suck. Then fuck them.
I don't
You know
think I'd want to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I was also gonna say, you know what? I thought I thought people giving me free drugs would be more of a problem than it was based off elementary school.
Right?
Right?
Dare lied to me, okay?
100%.
Dare lied to me.
Well, yeah, there's a reason I don't go trick or treating.
I know.
I don't get
I
free
was led
fentanyl.
to,
It sucks.
I was led to believe people would just be offering me drugs all the time, and like that has never happened.
Yeah, exactly. It's so
Also,
bullshit.
quicksand, I thought would be much more of a problem in my adult life.
Oh man, I was of that mindset. And then I heard what's happening on beaches in Oregon, and I'm like, oh, that's why they warned us about quicksand as a kid.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Beaches in Oregon are eating people.
Yeah, after rain and stuff,
Remind me to avoid Oregon.
it after recent rains and things, yeah, it can get really bad.
Although, the weather has been freaking crazy over there.
Yeah, like I saw somebody throw like a rock onto just like a random like public beach, and it just went underneath.
Yikes.
I'm gonna have to Google this.
Because what's happening is the tide's coming up and then it's draining out, but because there's like the rock line on the coast in Oregon, the water's staying with the sand and it's not fully draining right now. Anyways, quicksand, an actual problem.
Guess it's time to head out.
Yeah.
Go back up to the surface and back to our usual bar.
Were we staying at what was it, the Roaring Boar? Was that it? Were we staying there again, or did we get another place? I forget.
I
Yeah,
think
someone's house.
we were just staying at the Roaring Boar.
Okay, we talked about going somewhere else. I thought so. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys talked about staying somewhere else because you were like, oh, the Brotherhood might know where we are when we come back in town. And then it was like, oh, they know where we are anyway.
Exactly. Like everybody who is gonna need to find us is gonna be able to find us, whether we want them to or not. It's just kind of an occupational hazard of this town at this point, it seems.
You guys can spend your evening at the Roaring Boar or go out into town if you guys have anything else you want to do.
Yeah, just get dinner.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna make
And
acid.
I guess if I can get kind of a like a semi-private one-on-one moment with the bartender, I'll just ask like, "Hey, what do you know about these high stakes poker games that the important people like to play?"
Which one of the bartenders?
The one I've spoken to before.
Oh,
The one
Maveth. Maveth.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
They're a big rumor around town. Nobody's ever really confirmed who plays in them. A lot of money. A lot of security. But it's spoken in whisper, like they don't know what exactly takes place in it. It's
Mhm.
a little odd for this town for not a lot of information to get out about it.
Good to know. Well, thanks for your help. I suppose I'll just keeping an ear to the ground.
Yeah, it's it legitimately bugs several people in town. You know, the folks like us, you know, who do keep to ourselves, who want to know what is going on, and not knowing what's going on is a little unnerving. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, the powerful people are going to run things the way they want to benefit themselves, and any benefit people like you and I experience is purely a side effect to them.
Accidental. That's what I always say.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's all I know. I wish I knew more, but don't really.
No, I'll see what I can find out on my end, I suppose.
Good luck with that.
I'm gonna need all the luck I can find.
I do not doubt it one bit.
And how much do I owe for dinner?
Dinner tonight is 8 silver for the plates.
I'll just give him a gold.
Okay.
How about your drinks again?
Um, it's silver shot night again. And then normally, depends on the liquor. Beers are 7 silver.
All right, I guess I will have dinner and 1 beer. So
Yeah, I'll pay it.
1 gold, 5 silver.
I'll pay a gold. I'll pay a gold and just have a shot and a beer
Okay.
with a tip.
I'm actually going to be the sober one and just eat, and I'll hand him a gold.
Okay.
I'll get a gold worth of shots and dinner. I'll give him 2 gold.
Okay.
See, here he goes again. What dumb
Hey.
things are going to happen tonight?
Cheap
It's
Emrys,
alcohol.
he's your designated drinker, Emrys, your DD.
Correct. Tonight I am. I mean,
no, he's your DD. He's drinking for you. It's actually for silver shot night. It's pretty tasty. It's it's like botanical tasting, like a gin, but it's also got like some honey in it.
Oh.
Like it's sweetened with honey to cover up the rough alcohol taste.
Bad aftertaste.
Yeah, it's kind of got a little bit of paint thinner on the back end that kicks in, and you're like, yeah, that's why they're selling it for this price. But up front, it's not bad.
That's what mixers are
front.
for.
Up front. Oh, I'll be good.
Mixers, you mean the other 9?
Hey, they're mixing with something in his stomach, I guess. I don't know.
That is truly what mixers are for, though. That's how the cocktail was invented.
so how many shots in does he have to start rolling con saves?
What's your constitution score, Farzu?
Wrong one. My constitution is 19.
That is a +4. Roll a d12
Yep.
for me.
He's good.
D12.
Yeah.
Rolled 11 on the D12.
So for the 10 shots, he does not have to roll a single con save because that's 15 drinks.
Very nice, Farzu.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, I have to save this gold because I.
Did you just, I'm sorry, did you just Macho Man Randy Savage at not dying of alcohol poisoning?
No, he
Yes,
Kool-Aid manned it.
I Kool-Aid manned it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I heard it
Nope,
more
I
of
went,
as
oh
yeah.
yeah. No, I went, oh yeah. Like the Kool-Aid man, not Macho Man, which is ooh yeah. There's a difference. Which also Kool-Aid, great mixer, so it just fits.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a good poison.
Anywho, is there anything else you want to do with the rest of your evening?
Do we also need to pay for rooms for the night?
I thought you guys already did.
Did we pay for multiple nights?
I honestly don't remember because it was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I don't
Don't
remember
we
either.
did.
think we did.
I don't think we did.
though.
The first night we stayed here. The second night, we stayed at that guy's place.
No, we never stayed there.
Yeah, I thought we
You
spent
didn't stay
like the
there?
afternoon, but we came
We
back
went and
before the end of
spent
the
an
day.
afternoon there,
Yeah.
then
Yes.
came back here and went to sleep.
Yeah, I think he invited us to, but we decided not to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So how much for rooms for the night?
They are 1 gold, 6 silver each this evening. And there are currently
sleep outside.
6 of the 12 rooms available.
Fair will share with Diedrich again if Diedrich's okay with it.
Sure. So 8 silver each.
Sure.
How much is it for the night?
1 gold, 6 silver.
Wow. Okay.
Weekend surge pricing, you know. Have to stay in business somehow.
That's supply and demand.
Price gouging herd.
Well, an innkeeper's got to make a living too.
Thank you. We do. Can't all be out, you know, trying to get into these whatevers. Schemes, plans, whatever, adventures.
We all have our talents. Schemes and adventures just happen to be mine.
Is there anything else I can help you all with this evening, or?
I think most of us are gonna call it an early night. Our our gnome friend may be down here for a while, though.
All right.
And I look over and Farzu's like maybe 4 shots into his tray of 10.
Yeah.
It's like, he'll be a
He's
minute.
he's a real champ.
That's one word for it.
Is anyone looking surprised?
No.
Like-
In your
No, we
party,
expected it.
no.
Well, in the party, no, but
A couple
around.
tables over, there's some dwarves that are like, what's your passive? Oh, your passive perception is terrible. Make a perception check.
Some dwarves are like,
Guidance.
respect.
Giving guidance to
What?
Farzu.
What does guidance give me? A plus
D4.
Plus
D4?
4 I roll.
D4.
Uh, uh, 19.
Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say Fair and Dietrich, when you guys are talking to the bartender to get the rooms, like you can hear this. There are a couple dwarves a few tables over that are taking bets on when you're going to fall over on this tray of shots right now.
Are they familiar? Have we seen them here in a previous night?
No.
Was it here or
Where I hit on that one.
the other city where he hit on that other
That was in
dwarf? Wait,
Rustport. That was in
Okay.
Rustport.
That was the other city.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure.
That was not Codverte or Covert. It was
Caught Verdi.
Cat Verde.
Are there any other gnomes in the bar?
Not currently.
Yeah, how crowded is it tonight for Silver Shot Night?
Barely packed. You know, people are at this hour after you guys have finished dinner and doing rooms, because it does start fairly early. The people are starting to drop like flies and leave at this hour, even though it's probably only like 8 o'clock, 8:30.
Wow.
People got jobs, man. But yeah, it's becoming like the barfly crowd that knows to pace themselves rather than buy a tray of shots at a time. Yeah.
No, leave Farzu to it.
And I start to follow Fair upstairs, but I turn back to the bartender and just say, "Here." I pass the bartender a gold piece and just say, "Just keep an eye on him for us, will you?
Of course.
We appreciate it."
Yeah.
And yeah, and then I head up to the room.
After Dietrich gets into the room, Fair like sort of closes the door behind him and like locks it. And then draws their dagger and lunges in to stab him. Like literally not in a sexy euphemism kind of way. Like actually comes after him with a knife. And they're just like, what is so important about this damn poker game to you?
It's honestly, it's not really about the poker game.
What is it then if you're using us all as your pawns to try to get into it?
No, I was trying to find out some information about Lirin. I wanted to know why the Brotherhood didn't trust him and why he didn't trust them. I wanted to try to get the lowdown on him.
And why did you ask
If you
Liren about it in the first place?
if you want to know about somebody, you don't ask them, you don't ask their best friend, you ask their worst enemies. That's the only way to get a complete picture, and that's what I was trying to do. And they saw through my ruse and figured out who I was, and they were not happy about me infiltrating their space. And the threats they made were rather uncomfortable. Offering to do a job for them, perform this service, was a way to get out of that. And it just so happens that the service they wanted us to perform was one that I didn't think we would mind doing anyway. We we also want information about what these people are discussing, how the power system works around this town, and why it was shut off from so many people.
And so you've just dragged all of us into it. What if I cut off your head and offered that to the Brotherhood? Would they let me leave then?
Probably.
This is why I was reluctant to get involved with anyone in the first place. This was a mistake.
Insight check. 22.
Yeah, they're definitely. They've been through some shit before.
Is
They're
that
being.
is that how they actually feel? That it was a mistake?
No.
I'll just say like, you don't I know you don't really believe that. You know that it's a smart plan, don't you? This gets at least one of us into the room we want to be in, and I'm sorry that it's me. Truly, I am.
You're right.
But anyway, we should probably start making a list of the questions you think I should ask or try to ask while I'm in there.
Don't breathe a word of this to the others, or I will cut your throat, but I want to help you get through this.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
This is certainly the most fascinating adventure I've had since I left home. The thought of being trapped in another city irks me.
Well, as someone who's been trapped in a few cities before, there's always a way out.
Fair just sort of like turns and throws their dagger like full force into the wooden door, just like to vent frustration.
Dietrich will pull the dagger out of the door and hand it back to Fair, the hilt first, and say, not in a patronizing way, it's like, not bad, but you're dropping your elbow down a little bit on the release. Try again.
Fair's like eyelid twitches with barely concealed anger, and then they just throw it again harder. Maybe not necessarily caring about advice, but and then they pull out their other two daggers from where they have them hidden and throw them both also at the door.
At the same time, like John Wick.
One at a time.
Oh, okay.
Well, they look at Dietrich just like, how was that?
Better, if I can be honest.
Suppose if you're going to try to pass for high society, I'll offer what advice I can there.
One thing I've learned in my travels is that there's a huge difference between high society and rich. Plenty of rich people don't have a shred of manners. I mean, hell, just look at any pirate captain. I have a feeling you don't need to be rich to get into a game like, or I have a feeling you don't need to be high society to get into a game like this. You just need to have pocketbook.
All right. But
But at any rate, I mean, I have spent at least a little bit of time around high society. It's been a while, but I'm pretty good at talking my way in and out of places.
certainly in.
Yeah, else have anything else they want to do with their evening?
Nope.
Okay. Farsi, what are you doing with the rest of your evening?
I don't know. Have I finished my shots yet?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna order a beer.
Okay.
So what do the dwarves look like? Any of them look really happy?
One currently looks happier than the other two.
I'll kind of cheers that one, the happier one.
Kind of like raises his glass a little bit when the other two aren't looking at you.
How much was the beer?
7 silver. Yes. Cool. You all get a long rest in if you need it for any reason. Apparently,
Reroll those
Yeah.
dice.
Before we go to bed, I will pull the daggers out of the door and cast mending on the door.
okay.
Hand the daggers back and point to was it the 9 lives stealer? Is that the sword you bought?
Yeah.
I believe
And I'll
so.
just comment like, it's quite a handsome sword. A recent acquisition, I assume.
Yes, while you were getting yourself into trouble. Told it could tear someone's soul right out.
I, I don't
Look f-
doubt it.
look forward to testing it.
Do you know how to use it?
Well, yes, you've seen me fight with my other blade. The one
This
I
isn't your other blade.
same manner of sword, right? And they draw out their old small sword, just sort of an ornate, fancy looking small sword with swept hilt and like sort of drow nobility sort of style, although there's no clan marking on it. This is
Um,
well, I've had this since I left the Underdark, and I thought an upgrade was in order.
It's very ornate. An heirloom, I take it.
Yes, I've had it since I was Since I was a boy.
Wow. It's very pretty, but and it may be the same style as your more recent acquisition, but that's that's quite a weapon.
I'll look forward to testing it out.
And I look forward to seeing it in action.
And I don't think it will be on you.
Well, I certainly hope not. But
You'll forgive me for my outburst earlier.
no forgiveness necessary. Let me know if you'd like to spar sometime.
Perhaps a refresher would be nice. As I said, I studied when I was much younger, part of my upbringing, but
Well,
been
I'm
devoting much more time to my magic in the last century or so.
oh, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be so presumptuous as to think that you could learn a thing or two from me or anything like that. I think the practice would be good for both of us.
All right. Well, let's turn in for tonight. Perhaps another night then.
Yes, plenty of time for stealing souls later on.
Hmm.
Alrighty. As far as you eventually going up to your room, or
How am I feeling now?
very buzzed.
Yeah, I'll go up to my room now.
Okay. Emrys, you're sleeping outside. Okay.
Yep.
Anything specifically you want to do?
No, I just made some acid.
Okie dokie.
What do you want, kids? We've got acid, we've got crystal.
We got the potion of tripping exactly one ball.
We do. We do have
We've
that
even
potion.
got alcohol.
We've got plenty of alcohol.
Oh, good God. If you guys haven't hit your long rest buttons, you absolutely can.
Got plenty of alcohol. Some of it the gnome hasn't even drunk yet.
True.
And we've got a druid with an herbalism kit.
We
So that's what the
do.
kids call it these days.
Yes.
I have an alchemy drug too to go with it.
Mm.
Ooh, baby.
Don't worry, we're just gonna make some nutty shit.
I have a herbalism kit.
We've between all of us, we've got enough different stuff that can make enough different stuff that we could just
Make
have
stuff.
drugs. We could just have drugs whenever
This
we want
campaign
drugs.
could literally turn into Acquisitions Incorporated, but drugs whenever you wanted it to.
That might be interesting to sell.
If we stay here long enough, I can make enough acid that the fairy will just be okay letting stuff walk out the shop.
Not that kind of acid.
I know.
Because you'll what, like dunk him in it, or
Yes, he's gonna go
like,
bobbing for apples in the acid.
like hold his hand in it until he agrees.
I will summon fairies to control him.
Acquisitions Incorporated, but drugs.
Look, I may
Do
have
we-
just accidentally written the next campaign right there. Sorry.
Hell yeah.
That's the next Wednesday campaign. Just spoiler alerts for like a year from
Drug
now.
dealers.
Acquisitions Incorporated, but drugs.
Yeah,
If you don't know what
I'm down for
Acquisitions
that.
Incorporated is, you guys should absolutely check it out. It's hysterical. So anyway, you guys wake up the next morning feeling refreshed, having spent the day shopping.
When I wake up, I just quickly go over my torso to make sure I haven't been stabbed in the night.
Fair has not stabbed Dietrich.
Alright. One day at a time.
Fair is probably already like sitting in the corner by the window, working on writing their master scrivener scroll.
I have him to make a joke because you said, "Have I been stabbed?" And you said that you didn't stab him. You didn't stab him, but you did run into their knife 10 times.
I had it coming.
Take a point.
Dang. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Thank you. Oh yeah. Let's take our break there.
Sounds good.
Back in a few minutes, guys.
So far, Zoo, I thought about just, changing. or
I feel like I'm coming in
suggestion,
the
I
middle
would
of a
do
great
that.
conversation, so I'm gonna cut in now.
But I really thought about using planar binding, and then I realized that was dumb.
Well, it certainly would make it look like Dietrich was off the hook for a little bit. What happened
wait,
next? Who
was-
would know?
Was he a member of the cartel?
No.
Oh, well, then at least we have the cartel that helps us.
I don't like your logic. Because I feel like you're gonna do it.
I mean, I feel like I feel like with whatever spell of whatever level you would choose to use, Jedi mind tricking your way into just stealing some shit is just like there. If I've learned anything from Star Wars,
I'm
you
not
do
doing
that,
it.
and then like 5 minutes later, you're now a Sith Lord. Like
I'm
if you
not
do
gonna do it.
one,
I just was trying to be
if you
creative, and I thought it would be funny.
I just want to know how you were
it-
gonna keep him within 60 feet of you for 24 hours now.
No, it only takes an hour for me to cast it.
I don't know.
Oh, 60 feet within 24 hours? I'll just turn into a shark and swim to the bottom of the ocean.
You have to be within 60 feet of him.
Yes,
Anywho,
he will come
keeping him within
anywho.
60 feet for 24 hours isn't that hard.
No.
He has to. He
Like-
has to follow my commands. So I just say, "Follow me,"
After the
and I'll swim
24
to the bottom
hours.
of the ocean.
After the 24 hours, yeah.
But
Anywho. Y'all wake up
No.
the next morning.
restraints exist.
Yeah, it's
Like-
fair. It's a good point.
That's not
What?
the hard part.
It's a good point.
What?
It's a good point. As I correct myself.
It's understandable.
It's understandable.
No, it's an
Okay.
hour-long
Fair.
cast time, and then if it fails
Yeah.
a save, it's bound to serve me for the duration, which is 24 hours. So I could kill him at the
Fair
bottom of
is
the
gonna
ocean.
get Fair is gonna get two familiars and name them understandable and good point. Just to cover all the bases.
Only if one of them I get to do a pate impersonation for. As much as that would damage my vocal cords because I am not Matt Mercer, I am down to do it.
Right.
But alright, I guess. Anywho. So I wake up the next morning to the smell of breakfast.
I see Fair at the desk just diligently working on copying their spell. I'll go down and get breakfast for myself and like can I get like a to-go plate?
Yeah, I mean, the plates aren't, even with food
Yeah.
on them, aren't super heavy.
I'll do that and bring a plate up to Fair
Okay.
while they work. So
Cool.
how much for two breakfasts?
This morning, it is 7 silver.
So a gold and 4 silver. Okay.
Do I have to take the time all at once to copy the spell?
I believe so.
Okay. Oh, okay, so I would need 6 hours to copy this.
Yeah.
And I do it extra fast.
Yeah. I don't think we have any plans today if people want to take the day to do that stuff. I think we're mostly just hanging out, waiting to see if the Brotherhood comes knocking.
Basically,
But in preparation for that, I think this morning I will go out to the more legitimate shopping district in the town and see if I can find a set of fancy clothes that's even fancier than what I'm currently wearing.
Okay. It is not that hard to do. There are several options in East District near the gated communities, the gated housing streets. And it's basically a matter of how much you want to spend.
Can I? So they're asking me how much I want to spend.
There
Or-
are probably within these stores a dozen options based off of material choices at different price ranges. So it's very customizable for what you're interested in.
What's in fashion among the elite of this city? I'm a little new in town. I don't spend a lot of time here, but uh, I have some very important meetings coming up in the next couple of days, and I'd like to look the part. You understand?
The newest is this wonderful silk from Linnaeus. It comes from these spiders that they're harvesting. It's the newest in high fashion. It's extremely tough and durable material as well. If you're out on the go.
I always quite liked elvish silk. I do most of my business in human cities where that's not terribly in fashion, but I always relish a chance to wear it when the opportunity presents itself.
Yes. We also do have more traditional from the southern areas like Storm Point and Saltwallow do also have um, a wool material suit as well. A little bit
Storm
thicker.
Point and Saltwallow, I Storm Point and Saltwallow I see plenty of. Let's try the silk.
All right. I'll measure you and find one that's roughly the right size. So with the altercations that are needed, we can have it ready in 4 hours.
Well, that would be delightful. Thank you. And I'm not even asking about the price because that's what poor people do.
Astute observation. So with the suit and the altercations, that is 130 gold on the dot.
Do you mean alterations, or does he get like a fist fight
Alterations,
for
yeah,
free?
sorry.
Yeah, does it
Sorry.
come with altercations?
So I have like one of the
Fisticuffs.
stores. So I
Like,
have like
I'm not saying that would be a deal breaker.
no. I have a store page up and it has something of alteration or altercations on it, and so I'm trying to say alterations, but I see altercations in front of me, so I'm flipping the words.
130?
Yeah,
Done.
cool. It's like real world equivalent,
I
like
I
a
already I
$650
already
suit.
had
Yeah.
I already had I already had fine clothes on my sheet. I'll just adjust the the cost on my sheet to be, instead of 15 gold, it's 130 now. Just so I can keep track of how much drip I currently have.
Yeah. Okay.
And what does it look like?
So it's a dyed, like pitch black suit, and you can just kind of see like the spider threads kind of running it through, and in the right light, kind of reflect like a bluish white pinstripe look to it, but only in the right light and only at the right angles for certain people. So it's you can tell that it is extremely high, like high skilled, high crafted, like elvish make.
Cool.
Nice collar, nice tailored collar, cuffs and legs and everything.
I dig it. And I'll just head back to the pub.
Okay. Anybody else have anything else they want to do with their morning while Bear is copying down a spell scroll and that?
I'll go ahead and make some more acid.
Okay.
Any interesting people in the bar?
Not this morning. What's the typical barflies you guys have seen there?
How was your night last night, Farzu?
Oh, it was pretty good.
Yeah?
Got a nice buzz.
You make it to bed all right? I didn't
Oh
hear you
yeah.
come up.
Oh yeah. I'm quiet.
Do you mind if I ask you a really uncomfortable question?
Oh, go ahead.
I suppose the question is why? Is it
Why what?
why do you drink so much? Are you drinking to remember, drinking to forget?
I don't know. I just like to drink.
Has this always been the case, or is it only in recent times since your wife passed?
Oh, I used to drink when she was around as well. Maybe not as much because she would stop me.
Is that what you'd like us to do? Stop you?
Mm, no, my pocketbook will do that for me.
Well, you say that, but then you also say that you want to find magic staves and get your tattoo upgraded and all of these other
All right.
things, and I don't want to see you drink yourself into poverty.
Oh, I probably won't. I don't know. Shouldn't. I don't know. And I kind of do tend to drink more when we're just, I don't know, sitting around doing nothing. Get bored, and what else is there to do?
It's understandable. I'm certainly not trying to give you a lecture. I'm not your mom.
You're almost as
Just
hairy as
want
my mom was.
to. Oh, I just want to make sure you're okay.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I'm good.
all of us have been through some shit, but you seem like you've been through a lot.
Okay. During the morning hours, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Fair, we'll just have a breakfast and spend the first 6 hours copying the spell down and stay in
Okay.
the room the whole time.
Yep.
So probably won't emerge until lunchtime.
Okay. Alrighty, hold on, let me write this. Alright. Note, 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 note. Tab over. Okay. In the afternoon, is there anything in particular you all would be interested in doing, or are you just gonna kind of hang out around the bar and?
Is there a job board?
There is like a town board
I'm gonna go look for work.
in the bar. So think of it more as. Do you ever play Animal Crossing?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a couple good examples.
I do, and
I
I'm gonna
have
go look
done
at the town board.
Stardew.
Yeah. So think of it more as people place like, because there's not really like a newspaper, so to speak.
Mm.
So people post like obituaries, birth announcements, all that kind of stuff. Lost pets, job postings.
The Witcher. The Witcher boards.
Pretty much
Pretty
like the
well.
Witcher boards, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
find somebody
well-
who just had a baby and then go get drunk at the bris.
No, no.
Oh man, dude, that I think the last time you said that in a game, I brought this up, but that is still one of my favorite jokes from Community. When Chang is talking about being the security guard at a bris, and he's like, "What kind of jackass brings a knife to a bris?" And they kicked me out.
Oh, we can't leave town.
Yeah. So, what kind of job are you looking for?
I don't know, something I can do within town.
Okay. Make an investigation check on the board.
It's not so much can't as much as there are unknown consequences if you try to.
Oh, fuck it. Oh. I really need to stop pushing buttons on this bloody.
Did you accidentally roll a really bad roll again?
8.
They're, looking at it in terms of what's available in town, there's some lost pets, maybe. You could go try and find.
Who might or might not be Meatloaf. Yeah, does the inn have a meatloaf special today? Asking for a friend.
Maybe Nymeria would want to help you track down those lost pets.
Currently trying to basically teach Ollie how to sign and make different coups at the moment.
That checks out.
Owlbear, sign language.
Yes.
Well, what do I need for that? Powdered corn extract.
Powdered what?
Yeah, I heard it too.
Corn extract.
Powdered horn extract?
Corn.
What the hell spell is that for?
Rope trick.
I am so.
Corn, like
I
It's corn.
swear
Yeah.
to God, he's.
I heard porn.
Yeah, I did
That's
not.
what I heard too.
It's like powdered porn extract.
Thank God I was not
That's-
going crazy there.
That's not a
it's-
type of extract I would ever want to
Yeah.
handle.
I was concerned for him.
Yeah, I was legitimately concerned. It is like basically like
what kind of rope tricks are you talking about?
the spell.
the term is shibari. It's Japanese, okay?
Oh God.
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh my God.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
So, when are you guys gonna start getting into drug dealing in this campaign? Because that would make things a lot easier.
Do you have any more of that mushroom stuff, Farzu? Because I'm gonna need some now.
Oh yeah.
I think he has a whole ass another bottle of potions of tripping one. Anyway, probably not the best idea. It's like basically like corn water that's been dried.
Do you trip balls because it's a good idea?
Well, sometimes. Depends on what's ailing you.
Okay. You could take any of the lost pets, or
Sure.
okay.
Don't go too far, though. I'm still determined to see if I can bring you all with me when the Brotherhood comes to collect. It would be helpful, even if you're not playing in the game, it would be helpful to have you all in the room. There will be plenty of information to be gathered by astute ears.
Is Dietrich wearing the nice suit when he comes back to the inn?
That's actually a really good question.
Probably not. It's probably like folded up nicely in a package. But you would definitely notice the package.
Oh, fair notices Dietrich's package.
Okay. Okay, children.
Farrah will sort of like, without looking up from their writing, just ask how it went.
I got something that should be appropriate. Would you like a fashion show, Fair? Is that what you're asking?
Sure, why not?
Fashion show. Fashion show. Fashion show at lunch.
That would have been more like a
And
striptease.
I thought I was losing my marble this evening.
As soon as Fair sees the outfit, they're just gonna be like, "Why the hell did you get spider silk?"
I just asked what was in fashion among the elite of this city. This is what they gave me.
Well, as long as the spiders stay far away, I guess.
Oh,
If
I
it
should get
bothers
some shenanigans with him.
if it bothers you, I don't have to keep wearing it, but for this, I thought it best to look the part. I wasn't cheap either.
Oh, well, it looks nice at least.
Happy to have your approval. So how did the spell the homework go?
I think it just went just fine. Still need a bit of study before I can actually cast this, having the Lord of the Nine Hells power behind me to fuel the spell previously made it much easier, but doing it without his power through the Orb of Necromancy, it's a bit trickier, but I'll figure it out soon. But it will be worth it. Commanding that much death is quite exhilarating.
It was pretty exhilarating just watching it the last time you did it.
Well, hopefully, when I get the chance to use the spell, you'll still be here.
I hope so too.
Barzu.
Yeah.
Make an investigation and a perception check for me.
Uh, investigation. It's a nat 20 for 24. And perception.
Yeah.
I'm going to take one of my die. I have a 20 for a 21.
21 on the perception check too.
Yeah. I had a 20 in my rolls for fun stuff.
Okay. It doesn't take you too long to, as you're walking through Fairy Town, do realize all of the missing animals from the board came from this one area
Okay.
around town. And that within that area, after talking to a few people, not necessarily people that had their pets stolen or have pets missing, there's a really, really great new pie shop that just opened up right around there.
Oh no. Well, go check out the pie shop.
You can smell it from around the corner. Intoxicating meat pie smells. Just
Ooh.
divine.
Mm.
And a line
Oh,
out
no.
the door.
Oh no. Oh, somebody's
No, no,
Sweeney
no, no,
Todding.
Poor
Somebody's going Sweeney Todd on all the neighborhood pets. You
Mrs.
hate
Lovett's
to
and her
see it.
pie shop.
Mm. So I guess this is where all the lost animals have gone.
Oh yeah.
I think I want to find a way to shut this place down because that's just wrong.
Okay. You would probably need to acquire some evidence of the missing
Okay.
pets.
I'm gonna go dumpster diving then.
Okay, make an investigation check.
16.
Okay. In the back of the dumpster, there are leftover pies, like really dried up pies from a couple days ago. They couldn't sell some dough, flour bags, various and sundry spice bags, but no carcasses or anything of the sort.
No collars or
No.
is there any other places in the back that might have something?
God, your passive
Maybe-
perception's so low. Make a perception check.
I know. I wish it was higher.
Yeah. I'm like, I wish I could give you this, but like a 12?
18.
18 will do it. It takes you a
Nice.
minute. You kind of come out of the dumpster and you're kind of looking around in the back of this alley, looking dumpster, and you kind of look up at the roof line and realize the chimney to this place is bigger than the other chimneys in the shops next door. Like it's a custom built chimney.
I don't think I would know what the significance of that would be.
Probably not. But it is
Since
an
there's
odd
no
but it is an
chimneys on the
odd
back.
detail to this place.
Huh. Is there a back door?
Yes, there is a back door to the place.
Can I cast invisibility on myself?
Okay.
Where is it? There it is. And can I try the door with Mage Hand?
The door is locked.
I'll cast Knock. Because I only have a +1 to my sleight of hand. And I don't have Thieves' Tools.
As the deadbolt and bar on the door slam open very loudly. Within seconds, someone from the kitchen is within about 2 feet of the door, kind of cursing loudly. Oh, that damned child didn't lock the door properly again, did he? And he kind of looks out, making sure nobody is there.
I'll sneak past him.
Make a stealth check for me.
What's my surroundings?
With it is. Oh, hold up. Give me 1 second. I have to read this. It's not rocky terrain. It is stone. It's a stone building, but I would not consider that rocky terrain.
No?
Yeah,
It's still a
rocky terrain would
rock.
be like caverns, walls, and things. You
Well,
still have
just-
You still have advantage because of invisibility, though.
Okay, so I still have advantage.
You have advantage regardless because of the invisibility.
So it'd be still stealth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, dirty 20.
That is a 3 for a 5.
Ah!
As you're able to sneak in past the person standing right in the door, going between their legs because of your short height. And you are in
Nice.
the building, stepping to the side as they go past you straight ahead back into the kitchen. A door to your right as well.
Is it unlocked?
Yes.
I will slowly push it open.
Okay, make another stealth check for me.
At advantage still?
I will say no because this object can make a sound.
Okay.
You're very carefully trying to open the door. It doesn't involve you having to be invisible.
16.
It's a little bit of a rusty door. It makes a little bit of a creak, but at your size and you can sneak in and close it quietly behind you, where it would just be like another sound in the kitchen to probably most people.
Is there anyone inside?
No, but you're immediately faced with a staircase
Going down?
down.
I will take that staircase down.
Cool. You're now in, as you take the stairs down, and it kind of opens up into the basement area of this building. You notice right underneath the chimney that you saw up there, a gigantic furnace. And
Is it
several
like
piles of animal carcasses waiting to go into the furnace. And probably about a 13-year-old taking them and throwing them into the furnace one by one.
13-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Probably. 12, 13 years old based off size
There's
human child.
someone down there.
Yes.
You can take them.
Oh, how does that work? I gotta roll 5d8 hit points. A young child probably doesn't have that many hit points. But if I cast this higher, no, that doesn't go up.
Are you talking about sleep?
Yes.
It's 2d8 for every spell slot above first.
Oh,
so it'd
is
be
it?
5d8 at level 1, and it'd be 7d8 at level 2.
What if I do it at 5th level?
That would be I will tell you, that would be way too much.
Well,
Fifth level, it would be at 5th level. It would be 13d8.
Yeah, that is That is a
I
lot.
want the child to go to sleep. I don't know how much HP this child has.
You know, you as a caster, you would know how powerful a 5th level sleep is, and you'd probably be like, that might be overkill.
So we'll do like a 3rd level.
Okay.
Uh,
So that's 98. Are you gonna cast it at 3rd level?
yeah.
Even if you roll all ones, they go to sleep. So I'm not
Okay,
even gonna
cool.
make you roll.
Okay, cool.
They have 1d8 hit points, which is 4.
Oh, that works.
Um,
Can I don't want to just let him sleep there, just fall and sleep.
okay.
I want him to look like he got comfy and fell asleep.
Okay, make a strength check for me.
You would do that. Ah, straight roll. Fuck yeah.
What'd you get?
A 20.
Dirty 20 or nat 20?
Nat 20.
Hell yeah.
For a total of
20.
20. But to position and drag a child 5 feet to a stack of flour bags and position them on top of it, this surge of strength from trying to get vengeance for these killed animals, as far as you summon strength within him, and you drag him up on top of these flour things and kind of like put his thumb in his mouth and put his
Duplex the
head under it.
child into the flour bags.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's like got like a hand underneath his head and like a thumb in his mouth.
it's that hysterical mom strength where
Yes.
like if a kid's trapped under a car, the mom can all of a sudden like lift up the car.
Yeah.
So now would I have to grab a carcass, or is there some like chains, like collars?
There are unburned collars as well as carcasses.
I don't have. There's no cameras, so I can't take a picture. Definitely grab the collars.
Side note, cameras do exist in this world. They're just like the really, really like Civil War era ones that take like 5 minutes to make exposed. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll take a couple collars.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. I don't know what else evidence I'd need.
A carcass with a
take it.
collar on it, maybe? I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
trying
I'll
to
take.
spitball in here.
Yeah, I'll take one of those.
Okay.
Something small.
Like a cat.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I will attempt to get out.
Make another stealth check. To undo the door, the back door with the bar and everything.
17.
Unfortunately, because of the type of lock, it does make noise. As you're kind of... But you're able to bolt and kind of go down one of the alleys before it's even really much of a concern.
Okay.
Who else was expecting like a nat 1 there at some point?
I have a +5.
Was it
to
just
stealth.
was it just me? Like, what was it? Was it Chen who rolled the nat 1 and had to jump out the window? Or is that somebody else?
I could have done
Anyway.
that too.
Anywho.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will, I guess, go to the authorities, I guess.
I assume you're dropping invisibility, so you're not just like randomly walking around with a cat carcass.
Oh, yeah, no.
He dropped invisibility when he cast sleep.
No?
Yeah. So if you cast any spell.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I totally forgot about that. I thought it was a spell that did damage.
Hmm.
Or cast a spell, you are right.
We have to go back then.
Okay.
See if they see me.
No.
Okay.
Because again, it's like
I'm
the
get-
corner's like right there and you can sprint. So by the time they heard it, you're around the corner. They don't know which way to corner to look from.
Okay.
Make a... Actually, I'll just do a perception check just for reference. No. They rolled bad again. It was an 11 total. Yeah. You able to find... You guys found some cops before on your first night in here. They occasionally patrol this side of town. You look a little crazy walking up to them with a cat carcass.
Yeah.
But
Was one of the pamphlets for one of the jobs for a cat?
a lot of them were cats, a lot of them were dogs. There were
Okay.
probably 20 or so missing pet.
Okay. I would have taken a couple of them.
Okay.
So I'll show them the one with the cat.
Okay.
And yeah. There's this place, this new place. They're making meat pies out of people's pets.
He looks down in his hand at the meat pie that he's eating and looks up at you and just has like puppy dog eyes.
Oh. That's not from that store over there. Oh.
Make a persuasion check too.
Persuasion.
Tell him to stick to donuts.
11. I got a +2, 13.
All right. Kind of drops it. Can we just have the callers, please?
I'll
Kind of
hand him 3.
Do it from the carcass and just kind of let it fall.
I also had 2 others,
Yeah.
so I'll give him the 3.
All right. I guess we gotta take this to the boss.
Can we shut them down first instead of let other people eat people's pets?
I mean, like, this is evidence, but, like, it's not enough evidence to just, like, walk in there and, like, nightstick the owner until they confess into doing it, you know?
I can make him confess.
I'm sure you can.
I'd love to make him confess.
We appreciate the help. We do. But we will handle this with the proper authority going forward.
Insight check.
Okay.
$20.
Okay. They don't know if, like, they're very, very confused by this whole thing, because you literally walked up to them with the dead cat carcass. So they're just like, we're gonna run this up the chain and see what we actually can do. They're not entirely certain, but they definitely do not want, like,
At this point,
a
Farsi
rando going back in there and causing problems.
Farsi wants this dealt with.
Yeah.
He does not like the idea of people picking up
Yeah,
other
we'll
people's pets and
handle
eating
it.
food.
Like, we'll handle it. Like, we're gonna run up the chain and get it done. But, like, you know, we need, you know, evidence, if that makes sense.
Well, this is evidence.
It is a start of evidence. It's not all the evidence we need.
A carcass.
Yeah. And you just said it was from this place. It could be from someplace else. We'll talk to our boss. We'll go in. We'll search the place.
They got an incinerator in the basement.
That is good detail. That definitely can help us out.
And when I was in there, a kid was going to be throwing all these carcasses into the incinerator.
All right. Well, that's something
Um,
we need to consider, obviously.
Sleep loss.
The kid's awake by now.
Yeah.
It's like a minute or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If nothing happens to that place within a day, Visor might do something stupid.
Okay. But yeah, we'll take it to a boss and we'll go in there. And so it's like a back room behind the kitchen.
In the basement.
All right, thank you for the detail. We'll put it in our report to the boss man.
Can you let me know as soon as you guys do something?
I mean, we'll try to let you know, but like it's not really part of our job description to let people know everything that's going on, but walk around the shop and see if there's like a sign up or something. I guess I don't know how this works.
Okay.
I really don't. Sorry.
Understandable.
Of course.
Visor will turn around and be like, ah, fuck sakes. Walks off. Goes to see if he can find some fire starting magic.
I think you have enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Now, should I go to all these people and let them know? That might be interesting.
I feel like that would be a bad idea.
But it would be interesting.
Do
Hey,
it.
you know that new pie shop you liked? Yeah, they're the ones that killed your cat and fed it to you.
If nothing happens within like that day, I'll definitely tomorrow tell people.
Okay.
Because people
It's
will
gonna
do stuff.
it's gonna be Scott Tenorman must die 12 times in a row.
I think on the way back, I'd probably go around the front to see what the name was.
The one thing I didn't have prepared for a side story. I'm just gonna say it's Mrs. Lovett's Pie Shop just because it's too funny not to at this point.
Works for me.
Mrs. Lovett in a pie shop.
All right, I'll go back to.
Okay.
Or is there another maybe board with jobs on the way?
No, they're typically only in the bars or like
Okay.
taverns.
Can I look at the board again when I get there? See if
Yeah.
there's anything else.
Yeah.
Other than missing animals, because that was definitely depressing.
Yeah. Make another investigation on the board.
18.
Okay. Outside of the missing animals and like the announcements and things, it is fairly boring, mundane things that people have requests for. Like they're looking for somebody to fix like their roof or their plumbing.
I don't think I could do any of that.
No, like pretend to be my boyfriend at this family gathering.
Hey, that might be interesting, especially if it paid.
I don't know why that made me laugh. In the late afternoon, after Farzu gets back, two individuals, for lack of a better word, dressed in the colors of the Brotherhood, but not in their robes, more like suits, kind of sit in the corner of the bar at a table and get a round of drinks.
I'll grab a beer and go join them.
Sorry.
Still 7 silver for a beer.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's no longer dollar shot day. And they kind of take a sip and look you up and down. Are you ready for the ground rules?
Shoot.
Will be your security detail accompanying you to the event tonight. We're expected.
I feel secure already.
And they'll pull out from underneath their coat just to show you that they have it. This fairly sizable sack coin purse. That is the buy-in for the game. The game is played in
How
gold.
how how much is the buy-in, if you don't mind me asking?
The buy-in. Hold up, I want to make sure I did this right. I think I did not accidentally. Is it 10 platinum per gold or 100 platinum?
10.
It's 10, thank you. I did do it right. Okay. Cool. They require the buy-in to be in platinum. So it is 300 platinum, but the game is played in gold.
Okay.
You're free to keep anything you win, but you're required to return the 3,000 gold to us at the end of the evening.
Good to know. Any other ground rules?
Don't try to run from us when you're out on the streets with that money.
Of
But I
course, I'd never
assumed that would go without saying.
dream. I'd never dream of it.
Also, if your compatriots do not have other plans, the boss has an interesting suggestion.
Oh?
Since the person who owns the power factory plays the game, typically he brings security, which means there's less at the plant.
Ooh.
I'm listening.
If you want to go get research and help us get done even faster, they could go do some research for us.
Well, I'd need to ask them about it, but yes.
All right.
When do we leave? When is the game?
One of them kind of sticks their head up and kind of looks around the room and looks out the window. We've got an hour and a half until sundown. So 2.5 hours.
Sounds good. Are you gentlemen staying here for dinner?
We have other assignments, but we'll be back shortly.
Well, we'll see you then. And I'll relay the information to everyone else about trying to sneak into the power plant while the game's going on.
Sounds like fun.
Where
Sandy's
is
gut
it?
feeling.
Does that sound like something you're up for?
Where is the power plant again?
It is on the river in the East District in a secured warehouse type building.
Oh, sure. Go for a bit of research.
Farzu Emrys.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah,
All right. I'm gonna
sounds like fun.
do the smart thing and buy a room for Nymeria and leave Ollie in it.
Rule number 1: don't split the party. Thanks, Rai.
I'm gonna while the Brotherhood guys are gone, I'm gonna before Nymeria does that, just start putting down newspaper in every square inch of that room.
Get the owlbear grade little pea pads.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably cast like, what is it? Alarm on the door. Yeah.
Yeah, would we be within 1 mile of the...
Oh, easily.
Okay, so...
Can I put it inside the room and exclude Ollie? So if someone else goes into the room,
Yeah.
So it just
we'd know.
chooses a door.
Okay.
You can exclude anyone you want.
And you can also exclude, you can exclude as many people as you want, or animals as you want,
Like-
etc.
Like if anyone other than Ollie or us
Mm-hmm.
Door or an area within
crosses
range
that
of
threshold.
anything larger than 20-foot cube. Okay. Yeah, I just
How
want
big is the room? Because if it says it's up to
Yeah.
a 20-foot cube, so if that's pretty
It's
big.
up
If it's
to, you can just make it the door.
the entire room, so if they come in through the window or whatever.
Yeah.
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 Because I can't choose a window and a door.
But it's or an area, it says, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
you
it's just an area. Like
Yeah.
if anyone comes into that area that's not him
Yeah.
or us, it goes off.
Mhm.
I literally think though you can just pick a door frame if you want to. It doesn't have to be the 20-foot cube, but yeah, it's a very customizable spell. There's a lot of uses, but yeah, absolutely you can spend another spell slot and cast alarm and put it in the room.
You
Okay.
can ritual cast it too.
Actually, yeah, you can spend 10 minutes and ritual cast it.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
Sure you can.
Oh, or if you don't want to spend a spell slot, I can ritual cast it.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
I don't-
actually can't because it's his clockwork magic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't then.
Can you ritual cast that?
I can ritual cast it,
No.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I've done it before,
well,
so I
then
can.
Yeah.
Fair
If
will
you-
ritual
I
cast
think
alone.
that'd be
Yeah.
better.
If you had it as a wizard spell, not a sorcerer spell, then you could ritual cast it too. But because it's a sorcerer spell, you can't.
Uh.
Because sorcerers don't have ritual casting, but wizards do.
Okay.
Well, I could do. Oh yeah, I guess so. The clockwork comes from my wizard or my
Yeah,
sorcerer.
sorcerer, yeah.
Right.
So
Also, oh, never mind. All right. Does anybody have anything else they want to do to prepare?
I'll be right back, IRL.
Okay. In game, does anybody have anything they want to do to prepare during this time down period? No. Okay. You all can get dinner, a drink, maybe to calm the nerves if you so choose.
Dinner and a drink is how much?
Tonight it is a gold for the stuffed pepper and a beer together.
Cool.
Eh.
Done.
gold.
1 gold. I'll take another 2 gold note to feed Ollie and Nymeria.
I'll tip 5 silver.
Okay.
Because they've been good to us.
Okay. I guess 2.5 hours pass without too much noise and distraction besides the eventual filling of the bar in the evening as the 2 gentlemen slide back in, seemingly unnoticed from you guys.
Any
Er,
gnomes join us?
There's a couple gnomes tonight.
I might, as we're waiting, go chat them up. Any deep?
No. 2
No.
surface gnomes.
2 surface gnomes.
Yeah.
I'll go speak gnome to them and see what their lives were like.
They're coming from Lilham, which is north
Mhm.
of Rustport. And they're coming down here on the way to Linnaeus for a vacation.
Ah,
And they're spending the night here. They're pinching pennies because they want to go big in Linnaeus because it's this beautiful elven town on the water, and they're telling you all about it and how they found out about it.
well, I hope they know a bit of Elvish.
They do. If you ask,
In Elvish, yeah.
they,
You
they
know anything
speak.
in Elvish?
They speak like, oh, hello. Where is and that? They kind of know like the Duolingo phrase for lack of a better word.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're kind of
Where
curious
is
about
the bathroom?
¿Dónde está la biblioteca? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Me llamo
Oh, it's an
discoteca.
it's an elvish city. The whole thing is a biblioteca.
Yeah, it's fair. And I can say that because they're not here right now. Beat the system. And they're kind of curious about what like a rock gnome's doing above the on the surface. They heard you guys don't really
Deep
leave.
gnome.
Deep gnome don't really come out above ground like ever. So they're interested in just
Have some
a
hard
brief
day.
little stint
Yeah.
of what you're doing up above.
I'll tell them kind of had something bad happen.
Just couldn't stay underground anymore.
Yeah, couldn't stay where I couldn't stay there. Had to get a chain of stealing.
Sorry. Go back to eating their food.
I'll buy them a round of beers and go back to my table, I guess. And enjoy their time and their
Okay.
vacation.
All right.
And there was only 2 of them,
Yes.
so
1 gold, 4 silver. If it's just beer.
yeah.
The 2 individuals that are going to go with each. I imagine you're changed into your suit after you eat. Okay. 2 individuals after you change and come back down, kind of are like, you ready to go?
Yeah, ready when you are.
Are your associates going to take up our offer?
I believe so.
They kind of speak into like their ring, like wiping their face, but they're speaking into their ring underneath their breath. Excellent. Follow us and let's get this done. And they will lead Dietrich out of the bar and leave the other 4 of you to determine your plan of action on the power plant.
We were going, right? Trying to figure out how we were supposed to go do this now. As Dietrich leaves, I'll cast message, and I'll be like, "So, what are we to do now? Someone else gonna come get
Well,
us? Do this?"
I'll reply, well, we know where the power plant is, and security will be light tonight. I'm confident you can figure it out.
I guess I'll start wandering that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
head out in that direction. Have we been by the place before? Like, we know where it is, but in our wanderings around town, have we, like, walked past it?
You haven't walked past the building specifically, but you've been near it, so you've kind of heard like the fans and boilers going at it.
Okay. So we know which one it is.
Yeah. It is a very nondescript building, but the sound of it gives it away, if that makes sense.
Kind
So,
of like warehouses don't usually work like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
going in that direction, are we gonna be passing the pie shop?
Give me 1 second. I do not have the map in front of me. Right. I don't have the Cape Verde map up. Give me 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. No, because you're crossing the bridge right there and going up, so you're not gonna pass it.
Okay. Hmm. I'll look later. After we're all done.
After you're all done with all your spying.
Yeah.
Sort of in the area around the power plant, where sort of are there entrances to the sort of undercity nearby it?
No, there are no public in quotation mark entrances
Yeah.
to the underground on that side of the river.
Oh, okay, not at
It
all.
is the only way you could get into the underground from there, because it does go underneath the river, is like a private entrance in like the trade district.
Okay.
All right.
And it's about an hour after sunset, right? At this point.
Yes.
Okay. How busy is it in this? It sort of was the Eastern District right now.
Yeah, so this is like the rich people district with kind of like gated off streets and stuff. It is not particularly crowded.
Okay.
So you may pass one or two people that kind of like glance and then just kind of fast walk away.
Don't like the way we look.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Snobs.
Exactly. Make as you all approach the building or kind of walk down the street it is, make a perception check for me.
I'll probably leave that with someone that can actually do one.
I will spend a point of inspiration to reroll that.
You said perception.
Yes.
Dirty 30, or it's a 30 with my guys.
Okay. That's a 23 for Nymeria.
I did not do that well.
Farzu and Fair.
Passive 19, I guess.
Okay. Farzu?
I'll take my last die, which is a 15 for a 16.
Okay. Passively, it's kind of hard to make this out, but Emerus and Nymeria, as you guys are kind of like walking down the street and approaching the building, see that there are several guard towers on the building and what look to be like a guard post by one of the entrances. However, basically with eagle eyes in the scenario, only one of the guard towers right now, Emerus, has guards in it. And there doesn't appear to be anybody in the guard post in the front of the building.
I'm going to relay all of that.
Oh. I wonder if dancing lights would get their attention and look elsewhere while we get in. So I could cast that at 120 feet away, right? Kind of up in the sky.
Yeah.
Maybe make it look UFO like.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
If nobody has an objection to it.
What, do you guys got a better idea, or?
I have a much better idea.
Okay. I don't break into places much, so. Mind you, I just broke into a place earlier.
By the way, Farsi, why do you smell like garbage and
You know what?
meat
You know what,
pies?
Farzu?
Cat blood. It's a weird combo,
Farzu,
man.
let's just go with your idea, because if yours goes wrong, mine will go horribly wrong afterward and fix your plan.
Okay.
Okay.
Had a fancy dancing lights.
Okay. You can see kind of like these torch lights kind of go up towards them and like shine through them from the guard tower. And as it shines through them completely and kind of shows that they're see-through and not really there, they kind of go back to like the rooftop right where the dancing lights were and kind of scanning that building.
So did it work?
They're focusing on the rooftop that the dancing lights are above now. Based off of where their light beams are.
We may want to make this a little quick.
All right, where's the closest door?
There is only one door in and out of this place, and it is the front door.
Okay. No windows.
No windows.
No fire codes, apparently.
There are there are ladders leading up to the guard towers. The guards don't even have access to the inside of this building.
Oh, it's a power plant with one door in and out. What could possibly go wrong?
Bunch of adventures? No.
Depends on what's creating the power.
Well, that's what we're gonna find out. So.
Hopefully, it's not Pikachu in there, or a bunch of Pikachu's.
Spoiler, it's Pikachu.
Or you're gonna have to commit arson on the behalf of even more small animals.
It's Pikachu!
Who's that Pokemon?
Thank you. Aang's reaction to that, my god.
You're dying.
I mean, I can summon a lot of things if that's what
Yeah.
we want to do. Just let me know what you want.
Are you guys gonna try and like go against the wall and like stealth it, or you just like don't care about stealth sprint in this situation here?
Where is the guard tower relative to the door? I'm guessing it's one of the
Right-
ones closest to the.
So the only guard tower that seems to have light coming from it is the one right underneath the door.
You mean right over the door?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, right. Like
And how tall is the wall?
about 50 feet.
Great.
building.
I'm gonna go. You know what, Farzu? I'll be back. I'll be back.
You want to take Nibbles with you?
No. I'm okay.
Please
I'm
do.
actually no. I'm okay. I want him to live. This is real.
I
bad what
don't.
I'm about to do. So
Bear
you said
does
there's
it.
a wall.
Then
There's a
take Nibbles.
wall. So that wall, there's only that guard tower there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the other side
Okay.
of the wall around. I'm gonna hug the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast on myself Freedom from Winds, which gives me 60 feet of fly.
Okay. Make a stealth check for you to get there.
Absolutely.
He's just gonna go up to the top of the wall so he can Pikachu.
Take a point.
That's a 22 with guidance. So
Okay. They have been put on alert.
But they're looking.
Was it
away
22?
from us.
22.
Okay. Right as you duck around the wall to get to the other guard tower ladder, the light like on you, like they thought they saw something, and it stays there. The other one is just like completely off in the opposite direction at this point. He didn't see
Great.
shit.
Okay. I'm not done. I have things.
Yeah, you casted Freedom of Winds.
Yeah, I know. Which gives me fly speed.
Okay, while he's doing that, what are the rest of you all doing?
Waiting to see what happens.
I'm
That's
gonna.
not a good idea. You could help me.
Just hanging
I'm
back
sitting
instead
there
of like
just like standing there looking like
he's drawn one of the spotlights onto him, like
I'm just looking from the other side of the wall like, are you kidding me? Do something.
Well, I guess just head for the door.
Alright. Ramirez gonna make a stealth check and head to the door.
Yeah, stealthily.
That is an 18.
What's the road made out of?
It's a cobblestone road.
So I get advantage.
I'll think you get advantage because you're small in this scenario. Or at least like an increase to your modifier. Oof. Okay. What's the
So?
stealth from the rest of the party?
How the fuck is that possible?
What?
Well, I rolled 2 dice and I got the same number on both dice.
1 in 4,000?
400.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought it was
20. It's 20 times 20.
Okay.
No, I got a 13.
Yeah. Farzi, what'd you
I
get?
got an 18.
Okay. The other
Has that
light,
spotlight moved at all?
the one on your corner has not, but the other one is now snapped basically straight down as you guys are like underneath it against the door, basically. On the
Okay.
13.
Right. I'm actually gonna drop Freedom of Winds. Do I see like any boxes or anything around me?
Because I was gonna say, give me 1 second.
Yeah, we get like a map.
Yeah, like a map would help because when
Yeah.
that spotlight snaps down, I'm gonna do something. Anyway.
Well, it's not on you, either of you. It doesn't. The light is not on either of you at this moment.
Correct.
Yeah.
My plan has changed though.
Okay.
Yeah. If Aang's asking about boxes, that means giant eagles are coming and boxes are getting dropped on people.
I mean, it's a covered. It's a covered.
Never said boxes were gonna get dropped on people.
It's a covered guard tower, though. Just it's not like an open top guard tower.
I
just
know.
that one-
I
okay.
understand. I'm asking
Okay.
what's
You're
around
getting
me.
grabbed.
Okay. Let me think about this for a second. I'll say no. They probably don't keep anything that's climbable around the building.
All right. So the building, does the wall like wrap around it so like I can go further down and the building would like block my view to the guard tower?
Yeah, like it's a square
Alright.
building and there's one on each end, so it's like here and then here.
I'm gonna walk towards the middle. Do I see any lights on the other one?
No,
On the other side?
no, you
All
would
right, cool. Now I'm gonna go over the wall when I can't be seen.
okay. Go up onto the top of the building roof.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you come up, the light is still snapped onto that corner, and the other one is still snapped down.
Great. Now I'm gonna drop Freedom of Wind.
Okay.
And I can see the other side of the
Yeah, you can see the guard tower now. They still have not seen you.
Great. We're gonna summon let's go ahead and
Zombies?
summon No. We're gonna summon 8 giant crabs on the guard tower.
Oh,
Time for
God.
crab.
Coconut crab?
Like the fucking coconut crabs?
Yes.
But giant ones.
What would you like the crabs to do?
Just stand there dancing.
Oh my god.
Doing exactly what Lenny is.
He thinks it's going to give him inspiration, but I'm just gonna laugh at him instead.
It's not giving
Aw.
inspiration.
I'm just I don't do it for the inspiration.
Crab dance.
Just like a bunch of them going different directions, and then you have to play Frogger with the crabs.
Crab rave. Put the dancing lights in the tower, crab rave.
I can do that.
Alright, are the crabs just gonna like sit there dancing? Is that it?
Yes, they're a distraction.
Nope.
They're not there to cause combat. They're a distraction.
On the roof? Sorry, you're doing that
No,
on the roof or
On the guard
roof?
tower.
Guard tower roof.
Yes. Making a whole bunch of noise and causing problems up there.
Making
they
them
can't see up there.
crabby.
You hear, hey, because they're giant crabs, by the way. You just hear 2 screams and them like trying to get up on stuff to like kick at the crabs. As you see both of the lights just vanish into the guard tower.
Great. I'm gonna go open the door from the inside.
Jump down through the
very
roof.
quietly. Yep.
Okay. There is nobody inside, by the way.
Cool. I'm gonna open the door just enough for them to get in, super quietly.
How are you getting down from the 50-foot roof into the building? I'm gonna wild shape into a goldfish and jump off.
No, Misty's. I'm gonna Misty step.
You gotta jump, like open the window, jump, and then like 20 feet down, Misty step the
Yep.
threat. Okay, cool.
Hey, that works.
Then I'm gonna go open it. That way I don't take fall damage, and the crabs are concentration, so I can't do another spell. Well, the crabs are our distraction, and I gotta get you guys inside.
If they start attacking the crabs, are the crabs gonna attack back?
No, they're just gonna keep like being menacing.
Okay.
They are literally so we can get
Someone-
inside.
Does someone come out of the building with a giant wooden hammer?
Followed by somebody with a giant vat of butter running behind them. Yes.
Someone with like a giant pair of crab crackers. Like,
Yes, because this is a Looney Tunes cartoon.
yep. I
Um,
mean, so far, kind of is.
yeah.
Question mark?
This entire episode has been a Looney Tunes cartoon. Let's be real. It is
except for
loud
the-
inside, by the way, as this is what you guys see.
You're welcome, Forzu.
Thanks. That was great.
I thought the crabs were a nice touch.
Oh yeah.
And I've dropped concentration, so they just kind of poof.
This is what you guys see when you walk in. 5 of these pipes with these kind of mechanisms sticking out and essentially uninsulated brass electrical wire running into the power conduits into the back of the building, go into these discs, and the discs are connected by more brass wire that go up into the ceiling and out into the city.
That's exactly what you want in a building with one door.
Yep.
So are we supposed to destroy this?
I don't know.
I could really easily. I think brass doesn't
They
have fire.
wanted to know why it was shut down, right?
So
I don't.
initially, and I think you relayed this information, there were like employees that like ran furnaces in the boilers. And then they fired everything and shut the building down and kept providing power.
You don't know how.
Correct.
Oh, where did these pipes go?
Down into the floor.
Are there any gaps?
I will move you. There are little tiny gaps. Whoa.
Wow.
There. But steam kind of comes through them sometimes. Also, you can hear like the fanned mechanism kind of on every spot kind of turning and from the steam.
How's the temperature in here?
It is humid and hot.
Okay.
Are there any gaps down? Is there like any way to go down that is reasonably decent size?
Besides
like
this
a-
staircase, it doesn't seem to be.
Could
Could
I?
I-
Is there enough room for my spell deck to fit down the space besides the pipe?
Can it fit into a like inch gap?
I think it's an inch.
I think Nibbles could.
Yeah, the spider definitely can.
But steam, hot.
Yes.
Can I tell how thick?
The floor is?
Yeah.
Go over there and make it some kind of check. Go over there and look. Go over there and look down the gap and see if you can tell how thick it is.
I'll go.
Okay. Investigation.
Investigation.
When he's over here, like,
14.
thank God it's not me doing this.
14.
Okay. It's a thick floor. Like, you can't tell how thick, but probably thicker than you thought it would be.
Okay.
Oh, there's so many jokes right now. God damn it.
You're welcome.
And how hot is this?
So
steam
thick.
coming up?
Very hot.
And is it like a steady rhythm?
Yeah, like the fans, like if you stand like next to, God dang it, I clicked and
You just
released.
threw Farzu.
I clicked and
Farzu's mini
released.
is
I clicked and released.
Farzu is
Farzu's
just
mini is drunk.
Farzu
I mean,
is just
that would be
careening
pretty
all over
accurate.
this room.
But if you were to like stand next to like one of the mechanisms with the wire without touching the wire and just kind of like lean in, like you can hear like of like the fans going from the steam pressure in this kind of like secular unit.
Okay. Well, you said there was steam coming out of the crack, right?
Ever so slightly and not in any sort of pattern. Just like where there's a gap and there when there's a little bit of extra pressure, it's kind of coming through the gap in the floor there.
How much hotter is that?
The steam or the pipe?
The steam.
The steam is hotter than the pipe.
Hotter than the pipe?
Yeah.
Okay. So in theory, it would bake nibbles.
The
Yes.
spell deck is a tiny object. I didn't see anything. I don't think
I
about
will
how.
double check. I know I looked. I have looked this up once. And
Yeah.
there is a rule that exists for it. And I will find it.
I could also make it smaller. If that's the case.
Is it the Awakened spellbook?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about gaps though. But it's not like a physical object. It's like a
Yeah,
I
it can
forget.
pass through creatures, but not other objects, though, so it would have to fit.
Yeah, so it would not fit through like an inch gap essentially.
Curses.
Can I reduce its size to fit?
I think you can go smaller than tiny.
I don't think you can go smaller than tiny.
Mm. Can I send Nibbles down
can
the
it-
stairs?
Can the
Yeah.
book go through the floor? Or
No,
is
it
that
can't pass
something you
through
don't get till
objects.
later? Oh, okay.
Otherwise it wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you can send nipples downstairs.
I'm gonna set up downstairs, but kind of try to be as high as possible. without
Like
being
go on
noticed.
the like as soon as he can, like go on the ceiling.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then
I'll
I'll
cast
see.
Detect Magic while we're in here.
See if
Doesn't
there's
go through
anyone
stone, does
downstairs.
it?
I don't think so.
There's no magic in this room. We actually, I'll just do it in here because it's easy enough. Have Nibbles make a perception check for me, please.
Okay. Do, perception, wisdom. It's just a straight roll.
Yeah. I also don't think I have the new Nibbles yet. I don't.
It'd be a 17.
Okay. Are you gonna? Can you warg into him? See through his eyes?
Yes, he's a familiar.
Okay. Are you gonna do that or?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you see through his eyes is a brighter room than this one, because there is and a lot steamier too. In the 3 fields, and there are these boilers that kind of match up. Water coming in one side, water going and steam going up through the side where the brass rings are. So steam's probably coming out the other side that doesn't have the brass ring on it. And holes in the ground underneath the boilers of which flame is coming out, but no way to get down that he can see to get to where the flame is coming from.
Okay. Is there anyone in there?
There does not appear to be anybody in that room.
Okay. Can I tiptoe down the stairs?
Because you have 10 minutes with detect magic. It's a 20-foot radius, right? How would you use it in this room?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Oh, 30 feet, sorry. Just say you're like there to start, like in between Farzu and the rest of the group.
Just sort of walk around slowly, just sort of looking at everything, making note of where it's hot and avoiding those places, but
Yeah.
just sort of take a good look around everything, looking under the pipes. And I also definitely want to check out the brass rings if there's anything like written on them or
There's
anything
nothing
interesting.
written on the brass rings. It is a connector to hold pressure in the pipe as the steam comes up. From the looks of it,
Okay.
the mechanisms themselves are basically 2 conductors on either side of this brass wire, thick brass wire, and you can kind of see electricity arcing from these 2 points. You can kind of see on it, like right there and right there, and occasionally you'll see our electricity arcing to that wire, and then kind of you hear like this as it kind of goes down the wire and up into the mechanisms itself.
Okay. Does this look like anything I have ever seen before?
Make a history check for me.
18.
You have seen small scale versions of this in like hypothetical like laboratory research, or people having these boilers that produce electricity as like a party trick
Okay.
to like light up a singular light bulb, essentially, not
An entire city.
this machine to power an entire city.
Yeah.
There
Feels like y'all. It feels like y'all went to Cinnabar Island, and I'm just hanging out at the slot machines in Saffron City waiting for you.
you'll have your fun.
Why you gotta do
You know. Oh, I know.
Oh, you're gonna make him bring
It's
it out. You're
funny.
gonna make him bring like
This is, yeah, there it is. It's just funny because we were just talking about Pikachu.
there
Look, we're the
is
ones
Yeah.
doing it. We're dirty.
you got
There's
really
gonna be-
lucky with how you
there's
set
gonna be a
Nicholas
m-
down.
There's going to be
There's
a Magmar in the basement.
There is
powering
a
this whole thing.
spell cast on the stairs.
On the stairs.
Stairs themselves.
Okay.
Oh,
Can I tell what it is? Take the time to identify the spell.
Go for it.
That be Arcana?
Yes.
25.
Identify spell.
No, be Arcana because they have detect magic up.
Hmm.
It is most likely an alarm spell cast on the length of the stairs itself.
Okay. I will immediately let everyone know.
then I'm gonna wild shape into a rat, and I'm gonna run down there anyway to see what's down there.
Don't you
I'll
want to
cast
do something that
Dispel Magic.
can fly over the alarm?
Would Dispel Magic set it off?
Would they know that the spell had been dispelled, though?
I think because it's not a concentration spell, they wouldn't know.
Okay.
I believe that's how that works.
Yeah.
But is a rat setting off an alarm spell really gonna cause a problem for him?
Well, if we can get rid of it entirely without tipping the alarm, so to speak, I guess we might as well.
Didn't we already set it off?
No, the spider didn't set it
No.
off.
The spider was on the
Oh.
ceiling, and the spider,
Okay,
hopefully, if they set it such that a spider would set it off, then they're
Are you
probably
gonna run down
here.
the stairs as a rat still?
No. I'm gonna wait. I thought we set off the alarm spell.
No.
My bad. I was doing that to help.
Oh.
Same shit, man.
Save yo shit. You gonna cast a spell magic on it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's gone.
I can confirm it is gone.
Yes.
All right. All right, that looks clear. I'll check at the bottom. You said there's no one downstairs.
No one's downstairs.
All right. I'll just stop right at the bottom and
Maybe
look
you're gonna
around.
Go down about halfway. What are Farzu and Emrys doing?
I'm gonna go pick up my spider. I'll
Okay.
get my spider off the wall,
Okay.
off the ceiling. Come here, Dibbles.
Emrys.
Guess I'm gonna go investigate. See what's going on.
Okay.
I'll keep looking at with detect magic as well.
The four of you make a perception check for me.
Passive 19.
Okay.
Dirty 20 with guidance.
I believe Nymeria has advantage from keen sense here. I need to double check. Hearing and smell, so yes. We're gonna cook with that. It's natural 20 for a 26. Farzu. Sorry, what was yours again, Emrys?
Dirty 20 with guidance.
Okay.
14.
Okay. For you, it is kind of hard to hear over the furnace. For Nymeria, Fair, and Emrys, over, or rather underneath the sound of the roaring fire and the steam from these boilers, you can hear people below you, probably the sound coming up through the holes in the floor, casting spells.
Can I try to pick out the sound of what exactly they're casting? Or is it too loud?
Make an Arcana check.
And I
26.
You have not heard a spell cast like this, but to you it almost sounds as if they're trying to keep, or rather, keep a spell active and extend it to hold something. Like, you recognize probably verbal components here and there from different spells that you know, but not in a combination that you have known.
All right. So would I be able to figure out that they're like maybe they're holding some sort of creature or entity?
Yes.
Okay. We don't see any other doors in or out.
No.
Okay. And we're definitely below ground here, right?
Yes.
We entered at ground level and this is below ground.
Yes.
Um Guess I will continue detecting magic and walk sort of just across the open area to like the opposite back to where, in the direction of where the door was upstairs slowly to see if I find anything interesting.
Everyone
Search if there are
make
any
a
secret doors.
perception check with disadvantage, except for Nymeria, who has a straight roll because of the roar of the fire and the boilers. Uh-oh.
I actually got a 16.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Well, I'm lucky. Said perception.
Yep.
25 because I rolled a 17 and a 16.
You and Nymeria... Barzu, what did you get?
5.
5. Barry got a 16. Okay, so essentially Nymeria and Emrys, you hear what sounds like a floor tile or several floor tiles kind of clink back into place. And as you both look over to where the noise is coming from, because you've moved into the corner of this room, you see someone who has invisibility, some kind of invisibility cast on them, light up like a Christmas tree. And that's where we'll leave it until next week.
Where are they?
I will put a marker down because I don't have the... I'm just going to use the bonfire marker. Basically, like, right there in the corner. And you see kind of them put, like, 2 of the floor tiles down. And, like, clink them back into place as they're crouched in invisibility.
Like they were coming up from like under the floor tiles? Like there's a trap door there?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I don't know if they're ending soon, but I want to raid these guys because they're playing one of my favorite non-D&D tier TTRPGs. So we'll start with the poker game next time and then jump back to this.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And we'll see you guys next Wednesday. I'm excited. Great. Bye.
I can't see my hand. I'm waving. Okay.
Bye.